What's up, YouTube? This is Red Zone 101. As always, God bless and peace. Guys, I just got back from the range and I wanted to share with you a really cool gun that I really enjoyed shooting. Now, when I normally go to the range, I take my semi-autos, what have you, and I'm practicing for self-defense. But I also like to just go to the range just for recreation, just for fun. And wanted to show you a gun that I really, as I said, enjoyed shooting. And that's this gun right here. This right here is a Taylor & Company TC9 1873. Let me get this right. Single action army. Okay. Basically, it's a cowboy gun. I don't know about you, but I grew up watching Westerns. Everything from Clint Eastwood, Leith Van Cleef, I think his name is, and so many others. And I just enjoyed it. And so I enjoy going to the range and just using a good single action handgun and just slowing down my pace and just enjoying the experience. And that's what this was all about. Okay. This right here is a really, I can't tell you just how much fun this gun was to shoot. Like I said, you're not going to be doing reloads as fast as you would a semi-auto or what have you, but it's the experience. You're loading, you're unloading the rounds, what have you, taking your time to cock the hammer back every time and then pull the trigger to fire each round. And what's so great about this gun right here, let me tell you. Now, most of the time, you'll find these guns chambered in 45 long coat. Now, I like 45 long coat. Okay, it's a really fun round to shoot, but it's also a very expensive round to shoot. The last box of 45 long coat I bought was about $60. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, but this gun right here, what's really so groundbreaking about this gun, it's a cowboy gun. But instead of chambered in a cowboy round like 45 long coat, it's chambered in 9mm. That's right, you heard me right. 9mm. Now, some of you are wondering, now, how did they get that to work? Well, the cylinder here, they had it drilled out so that only the round would go so far in, but it wouldn't go completely out. Okay? So, like I said, chambered in 9mm. Now, 9mm is a lot cheaper to shoot, especially if you're using range ammo. Even if you're using defensive ammo, it's going to be a lot cheaper to shoot than 45 long coat. We're talking a box of 9mm range ammo going for anywhere between $13 to $15 to range ammo going for a 45 long coat. The last one I paid, last box of 50 was $60. Okay, $60 compared to a box of 50 of 9mm for 13 to 15 bucks. And sometimes you can find it cheaper. So that's why this gun was so much more fun to shoot, more economical to shoot. And the recoil, whoa, we're talking a big difference from 45 long coat. Was just a joy to shoot. Let me give you a good look at this gun right here. Is that pretty? It's got, yeah, I said pretty. That's a pretty gun. And look at those grips there. Really beautiful wood grips. Now, this has a 4.75-inch barrel. Okay? And as I said, it's chambered in 9mm, which is beautiful. Now, the gun is not loaded. I'll put it in half cock. 1, 2. Actually, it's got 3. Well, excuse me, 4. 3 and 4 cocks. So you put it in half cock to load and unload it. And we'll just show you right here. It's not loaded. I know it's pointed towards me, so don't freak out. It's not loaded. Beautiful gun. The action on this, and this one is not tuned. Now, they sell these particular guns from Taylor & Company that are tuned. What that means is they're tuned for cowboy shooting. In other words, I'm going to be really slick to shoot, really fast shooting. But I gotta say, for one that's not tuned, this one actually, the action on it is beautiful, and the lockup of the cylinder is tight. very tight. Gotta say, loving this gun right here. Really fun to shoot. I took this one in my mirror's leg, my Henry mirror's leg, to the range, and I shot, and I used those today. I was shooting some cowboy action today. In other words, I went there not just practicing for self-defense. Now, this gun can be used for self-defense. People throughout history have used single-action army guns for self-defense. Now, granted, it's not going to have the capacity as a 9mm semi-auto. You're not going to be able to reload it as fast, but you got 6 shots of 9mm, and you can use some really good defensive load. That is enough to get you out of just about any self-defense situation. And if you got good shot placement, definitely could come out on top. So really great gun here. Now it comes in a plain cardboard box like this right here, okay? Nothing fancy. Maybe that's how they save money. These guns, you can buy them for, I think the one that's not tuned, about anywhere between, let's say, about $620, $650 or something, something around there. You can also buy the one that's tuned, as I said, for cowboy shooting. Now that's going to be a little bit more. Now this gun right here, this was not the particular one that I did want at first. I wanted the one that had case hardening. In other words, this beautiful case hardened metal. I just think those guns are beautiful, but they didn't have that in stock. Now, I'm getting older, okay? And time is precious, okay? The older you get, the more you realize just how precious time is. So I couldn't get the one that was case hardened. It was out of stock. I could have waited. Didn't want to wait, okay? But that's when I decided, let's go for the one that's blued, you know? And I gotta say, the bluing on this is absolutely beautiful. Now, it may look a little dirty, because I did just come back from the range about an hour or more ago, almost 2 hours ago. So it's a little dirty. I haven't cleaned it, but beautiful gun, very, very well made, great quality, okay? And I put about, let me see if I can get this not to fall. I put about 100 rounds through it. Worked flawless. I mean, not a single hiccup. Didn't bind in any way. Very, very accurate. Now, I am not an expert when it comes to single action handguns. I've shot them. I've had experience with shooting them. And for the most part, I can hit center mass, get headshots at anywhere between 10, 15 to 20 feet. You know, that's what I'm practicing for self-defense. And the gun did really, really well. Now, I need more practice. Most of my shots that I did were center mass with no problem, okay? And the recoil, since it's not 45 long code, is really nice, really mild recoil, and that's what I loved about this. And the other thing is sometimes 45 long code can be a little harder to find, especially in some of your sporting goods stores, but everybody can find 9mm, okay? So this to me has a lot of practical applications to it. Range toy, most definitely. But also for home defense, I think this could be a really good option. I mean, the simplicity of it. Just pull the hammer back and fire. Pull the hammer back, fire. Now, most of the time when people had these guns and they were using them for self-defense, like in the West, they only loaded up 5 rounds. And that's because the hammer is sitting right on the firing pin. And sometimes if you drop the gun or what have you, a round could go off. So instead of putting a 6th round in, they would put a little piece of paper in, I guess, with their next of kin or something like that, okay? But what I just do, now, like I did load 6, like when I was shooting, what have you, I would put it in that notch right there. It's not half cocked. Now see, you see the hammer's right on the cylinder there. Well, the frame of the gun. If you pull it just once, it's not now. So now it's not sitting on the firing pin. Now, To me, that seems like a safe way to carry it if you were going to carry this for self-defense. And let's say you wanted 6 rounds. If you disagree with me, put it in the comments, but I don't see an issue with that. At least for me. I'm saying for me. Because your most important aspect of gun safety is going to be you. Number 1, hand off the trigger. No, number 1, keep it pointed in a safe direction. Number 2, keep your finger off of the trigger. Number 3, always be aware of what's behind the target you're shooting at. Okay? But again, this could be a great option for self-defense. Just saying. Okay? I would have no problem if this was the only gun I had for self-defense, using this to defend me or my family. Normally, self-defense with situations you're talking about, it's over within the first 2 or 3 rounds. All right? A lot of times when a bad guy sees that you have the ability and the will to fight back, they back off real quick. Okay? Just my personal experience. Anyway, guys, just wanted to share this with you. Beautiful gun, something you might want to consider. I mean, this is a really fine gun. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble. This is Red Zone 101. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, God bless and peace. Watch your 6. And take care, people. See you next time.